Curious Calico here, checking in for another session of therapy. I do appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Today, I would like to pose yet another quick question, as well as share my own personal thoughts pertaining to the question itself. So, without any delay, that question is, if not you, who? Again, the question is, if not you, who? Now, for those of you who've checked out my last upload titled, If Not Now, When? It's safe to say most of you noticed the similarities between the two titles. Now, although my last message was delivered as intended, I did later have to admit to myself that portions of that particular message were in fact driven off of an assumption. I dared to assume everyone who encountered and listened to that message would in fact take action one day and make a move towards achieving their greatest desires. Now, in a perfect world, we'd all like to assume everyone will one day put forward the necessary efforts to make their dreams a reality. But when we jump back into this world of truth, we understand this assumption can be a dangerous one, due to the fact everyone will not reach their full potential. Again, as I've said in the past, I'll leave the why behind this statement for each individual to tackle and figure out on their own. Some explanations are much more valuable and appreciated when you make the time to search for these answers on your own. Now, after saying all that, let's get back to the question of the day. If not you, who? This question is designed to explore the other side of the coin. What may occur if an individual never takes any steps forward, never accomplishes anything with their time spent in this world? Individuals who just move through each day, simply existing, just taking up space, so to speak. They will live and they will die, as we are all placed here to do. The only difference will be no one will ever know they were here. Every opportunity to be great, they chose to move in another direction. To every hand extended for partnership or assistance, they chose to decline. To every challenge placed in front of them, they chose to walk around it, taking the long way in a sense, as long as that action allows them to avoid adversity and remain in their comfort zone. So what happens to all those gifts these type of individuals never capitalize on? What happens to all the changes, whether good or bad, a person was meant to inspire with their time on this planet? Do those gifts simply disappear with the individual, originally assigned to bring them into fruition? Or do those talents move on or transfer, in a sense, to a much more capable source? Of course, this is all theory, no debate from me on that point. So curious, why pose the question? The main thing I would like taken from this message is just to remind anyone listening how precious time is. As long as you have time, you can always obtain more money or power. But on the flip side, no amount of money or power can ever buy you more time. If there's something inside of you telling you to bring something into this world that has never been done before, you need to do yourself a favor and make it happen. And for those of you who have no desire to be of service to this world, that is understood. But it is still not an excuse to avoid greatness. Be great for you. Your strengths, your talents, your level of understanding is not an accident. You were put here for a reason. You do have a role to play. Should you accept that role, there's a great chance you will gain a level of fulfillment only gifted to those who live to evolve. Those individuals who can't wait to encounter the next opportunity for growth. They understand their full potential is up to them, but they only have so much time to deliver. You have those icons out there who accomplished so many things before passing away at a young age. Many of us have examples that come to mind. And then you have those other folks who seem to live forever. But when you attempt to look back at their list of accomplishments, the list is empty. These people ironically appear to have more time than they know what to do with. While we think back of other influential people and we wonder what those people may have been able to accomplish had they just been blessed with just more time. Of course, when we break it down in this manner, it's not difficult to distinguish which groups fall into the not you category and which groups fall into the who category. Hopefully I did not lose you with that one. Either way, If you walk away from this message with a more clear understanding of where you'd like to see your future self, my time has been well spent. If you gain a better understanding of the value of time, the value of taking action sooner rather than later, not waiting for someone else to come pick up the torch you refuse to carry, understanding that if you don't make something happen, it may never happen. No one has the same desires as you. No one has the exact same talents as you. We are all unique, and the same is true when it comes to our capabilities. Just understand, if you decide to never make a move, you may never realize everything you were meant to experience, everything you were meant to change, everything you were meant to be. In closing, this message was delivered due to an assumption, so we will close it addressing another assumption. This world cannot afford to rely on who. You were given your gifts for a specific reason, so we can't assume there's another person out there with similar skill sets to yourself, just waiting to jump in and make things happen should you decide to drop the ball. You have to understand, should you decide to take all your great ideas and gifts with you to the grave, there's a great possibility you will be the only person blessed with those specific gifts. Now they're gone forever, along with your opportunity for greatness. With that said, thanks again for checking in. If you found this content useful, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you don't mind, please leave your comments below and let me know if you have any suggestions for improving this channel. Until the next time, remain curious.